So the band has been together now for about maybe 10 or 12 years. It started in London, and we released our first album there. We went on tour even. As in talagang nag-tour kami na, sleeping on people's floors and in the car, and had a few shows in like Poland and then after about 5 or 6 years, I decided to move here, and the other two bandmates couldn't come along with me. So I reformed the band here, and we went through a bit of quite a long transitory phase wherein parang medyo nag-experiment kami with different genres, and so we added a keyboardist, and parang it was like sort of a finding yourself phase. And then eventually we landed as having a three-piece again, and it's worked out very good so far.
I joined Fire Falldown a couple of years ago, halfway of the Halimao tour, right? Halfway of the Halimao tour, I joined through a common friend who is the former guitar player of Fire Falldown as well.
Just like Jimmy, I also joined through a mutual friend, our former guitarist, and then I joined 3/4 of the Truther tour already. Yes. And then they were finding a drummer, and then I've always wanted to play in a rock band because all of the bands that I joined were just really groovy and funky. So at least here I could let loose in a way.
So the band originally started out kasi as parang a ministry. I met these other two guys in church, and we were all like very, very serious about using our gifts to reach out and to positively influence other people. And so, we got together and brainstormed for a name. And well, the name Fire Falldown comes from the story of Elijah in the Old Testament, where Elijah calls down fire from heaven to prove who the real God is. We hope that the band will somehow represent who God is.
Well, it depends on how you define being pro. I started playing pro back in '98. I get paying musician. And yeah, if that's your definition of being a pro. But my definition of being a pro is the maturity in your craft. So it definitely went beyond. When you reach that maturity of being a pro, as per my definition, when you start seeing people, you win respect from co-musicians. So yeah, that's how I see it.
Well, for me, siguro, what does it take? For me, it's giving out knowledge to others. If you are able to teach others, teaching is very, very hard. It's because you really need to have a good background about your craft. So if you're able to teach other people in a way that they could know it easily, for me, that's already being a pro.
For me naman, I never really parang set my mind on that. It was never something I like consciously aspired for. Parang I just really love music so much, and it was something that I knew I was going to keep on doing, and eventually just got to the point where I need to find a way to sustain this. And it's kind of not really responsible to keep doing it without having any income whatsoever. So you need to do it seriously, and you need to do it well. So and eventually it got to the point where parang it was just a natural progression. That it was the only way to, I had to be serious about it. I had to be realistic about it as well. By God's grace, the band is still able to be around till now, and we're able to sustain ourselves, however that happens. By God's grace, talaga. I'm proud that I got to go through that, and I got to experience it. But I'm also very proud that the band has kept on running up until now, because I realized that siguro mga 99% of yung mga kasabay namin dati, they've all, over the years, they've just all fizzled out. And so the fact that Fire Falldown is still going strong even after, switching countries and all of these years that have gone by, that's something to be immensely proud of, I think.
For me, the fact that we're at this age and we can still rock, that's
True.
Yeah, that's a thing.
True.
Jen is the oldest.
I'm actually the oldest. I'm 57.
Sa akin siguro, what's really helped is knowing that you're called to do it. Like when you really believe what you're meant to do, then wala, come hell or high water, talagang tutuloy mo. Definitely, you'll as a musician, for the most part, it's really rare that you have these guys that become overnight successes or have a perfect plan and they follow it, and you know, it's you'll definitely go through a lot of challenges and highs and lows, and what's kept me grounded is really, I guess, my faith in knowing that these are gifts that I've been given and I want to be a good steward of these gifts, and I believe that it brings God glory when I use them, and so that's my answer.
So Mr. Shopkeeper, well, she left him all alone with the scars. She said, I think I love you through the pain and misery, but not till after dinner time when the old blues will ring.
Sa akin siguro yung lakas ko, nakukuha ko from a number of places. One place is my family. My wife is super supportive, and just having that, you know, knowing also that you're kind of doing it for them, that makes a very big difference.
Pero growing up, on a serious note, I draw strength, first things first, from God talaga. I mean, if you would check out all of those music documentaries, every time they play before stage, you would always see the bands pray, they would huddle up.
I was gonna add something. So, yeah, to be able to help folks pala in the industry, that's something that I'm quite, we are quite passionate about also, because, you know, I know how difficult it is. I know how many people are, you know, struggling and really, we're really passionate about the craft, and at the same time, there's so many people out there willing to, or who will take advantage of that.
I do what I do because it's the only thing that gives me fulfillment. And I think I've come a long way para mag-stop or bumalik pa. Relax! My name is Denin, and I'm an architect by profession and musician by heart. I'm a one-man band performer, busker, singer-songwriter. And kumukuha ako ng lakas sa Diyos, sa pamilya ko, sa kaibigan ko, saka sa mga kaibigan at pamilya ko sa music scene. Para work-life balance, stress-free, at masaya lang. Ito yung room ng youngest sister ko. Kaya lang, nakakakuha siya ng scholarship sa Japan. So, akin na to. Sa mga magkakapatid, I am the second to the oldest. My older brother is an engineer. My two younger brothers are an engineer and an accountant. And the youngest, my sister, she's studying in Japan. I was born on the 28th of June, 1982. I was raised in a conventional Chinese family. I was expected to take over family business. They never expected me to pursue music, but now here I am. Naalala ko lang noong elementary days, I was studying in a Buddhist school. We have this piano lessons. Nanghihinayan lang ako kasi hindi ko masyadong sobrang napagbutihan. Noong college days, hindi alam ng parents ko na working student ako. I played for a band as a drummer. Nag-influence sa akin mag-play ng music talaga is, noong 90s, yung nag-boom yung OPM bands eh. Yun na yung E-Heads, River Maya, Teeth, Rizal Underground, Alamid. After hearing those songs, talagang gusto ko na talaga mag-music. I'm doing this to make them obese. I run to cry pag may mga problema ako. Depende sa problema. May mga problema na kailangan mo wisdom ng parents mo. Minsan naman, may problema na ang kailangan mo yung gut feel ng spouse mo. Minsan naman pag related sa music scene, family mo. Pero minsan may mga problema na kaibigan mo lang yung makakatulong sa'yo. Ang motivation ko is, may nagsabi sa akin na make your passion your profession. So kung hindi natin magawang make your passion your profession, at least make your passion a part of your profession. Then when you earn from it, yun, you can provide for your family. Being a one-man band performer tsaka busker, yung pagla-live duping kasi it was just an accident. At first, para sa practice lang siya. Then, kailangan ng additional performance sa lineup kasi may mga nagpa-back out. Yun, doon na nag-start. Kaya one-man band experience kasi gusto kong i-show sa mga tao na kahit mag-isa ka lang, napakadaming possibilities, napakadaming mong kayang magawa kahit mag-isa ka lang. Then, pinefer ko na rin mag one-man band kasi pag sa banda, ang hirap. Minsan, yung schedule ng rehearsal, yung level of commitment ng bawat isang members, hindi mo mapapare-parehas lahat. Minsan, pag kailangan na ng gig, urgent, hindi mo na maaantay na tatawagan pa lahat, ko-confirm pa lahat, di ba? You can just pack your things and go. I just realized that I'm a pro just this year because after 20 years, parang ang dami kong natutuhan and I'm wiser now. Uy, ngayon lang to nagkakaroon ng dahon, patay na to pero unti-unti na siya nabubuhay. Para maging isang professional busker or artist, meron akong tinatandaan na MMA. The first M is material. You should have quality song, quality music videos or gimmick. Then the second M is makinarya. You should have the right people to spread your music and fan base to support you if you need votes or sharing of your materials. Then yung A is attitude, the very most important one, attitude. Yung being prompt sa mga commitments and stuff. Pinaka-proud ako bilang isang Denin is I have an image na I walk the talk. If sinabi ko na gagawa ko ng isang music video serye, yun, talagang gagawin ko siya. Pag sinabi kong gagawa ko ng film, sulat ako ng film, yun, talagang ginagawa ko siya. Kasi ayoko yung naririnig ko sa ibang tao na passion ko yung ganito, kaya lang binitawan ko kasi hindi na kaya. Parang gusto ko ma-inspire yung mga tao na pag may passion ka, gagawin mo siya, tutuloy mo siya. Na-overcome ko yung mga challenges as an artist and musician by staying positive, having patience, and working around with the right people. Higa na kaya ako dito. Kumukuha ako ng lakas kay God, sa family, sa friends, saka sa music. Talagang I need that for work-life balance para stress-free, masaya lang. The things that I want to achieve, tsaka yung goal ko is yung maiwan sa tao yung mga nagawa mong kanta. Okay lang yung hindi ka nila kilala as artist pero yung song mo na tumatak sa kanila. Pangarap ko na magamit as commercial jingles yung mga songs ko, maging movie soundtracks, ganun. Yun yung ultimate goal ko. I do what I do because dito ako nakakuha ng fulfillment. So I think I've come a long way. Hindi na okay mag-stop or mag-go back. My greater why is to inspire other people to continue their passion. If you cannot make your passion your profession, at least make your passion a part of your profession. Kasi pag ginagawa mo yung passion mo, hindi ka tatanda ng mabilis, tsaka magiging masaya ka sa buhay. Ganun na ngayon? Pinagkalap mo. Kasi din tayong maglaan.
Yung pangalang The Joyrides, kasi alam mo yun, pagka kami tumutugtog, parang nasa journey kami. Nagta-travel kami, kaya The Joyrides. So, ganun din yung gusto namin pag napakinggan mo kami, pupunta ka sa ibang dimension, mga ganun. Space.
Iba-ibang mood. Iba-ibang mood din kasi
mood,
siya.
Masaya, malungkot. So, talagang dadaling ka niya sa ibang lugar. Kaya The Joyrides.
So I'm Sai. I'm playing bass for the band. Then Nag-start kami way back 2016. Influences, iba-iba eh. So ako, halimbawa, more of nasa soul R&B. Old school na Motown, mga ganon.
Ako si Pau, guitarist. Nag-start kami, una kong nakasama to si Sai, tsaka si Richmond by around mga 2012, parang events band. Though yung influence ko iba, more on heavy acid, blues, stoner, sludge something.
Joyrides, kaya kami kakilala, we came from different bands. Ako kalala ko si Mark, Melvin din. Si Melvin kilala si Cyrus, and then the other members happened to join in after that.
Ako naman, bigla na lang akong hinatak ni Say that moment na medyo nasa depression side ako. Na galing akong breakup nun eh. And then suddenly, niyaya niya lang ako na, Tol, labas ka naman dyan sa lungga mo. Play ka naman din minsan sa, subukan mo yung banda namin. Pero yung invitation niya, hindi ko alam na, yun na pala, kukunin na pala nila ako as original. Parang part talaga ng mismong banda. So yun, after that, nag-enjoy na rin naman ako sa company ng bawat isa eh.
Like ako, galing ako sa classical kasi marching band, so classical yung roots nung aming tinutugtog, yung piniplay.
Ako, nag-start ako nung bata ako sa church music. And then high school, syempre, yung 90s music. Then hanggang naging punk na, then ska. Doon kami nagkakilala ni Melvin. Tapos yung The Joyrides, parang nagkakaroon ng creative journey din, progression.
Saka,
hindi lang siya nag-stay sa
nag-create
style.
ka ng ibang tunog, iba yung
May jazz na konti,
halo-halo
may
na tayo.
pop,
soul.
Yun, si Paalam Song, nag-start siya dun sa gitarista namin, si Jet. Kasi tawag dito, hiniwalayan yun eh. Kasi hiniwalayan. Tapos, yung text sa kanya nung ex niya, shinare niya sa banda. Tapos parang, okay yan okay yung tinext sa'yo. Tara, gawin natin ng melody. So, dun siya nag-start.
Yung paalam kasi, it's a personal experience. So, one day, parang, syempre, mahirap going through the process. Because, yun, someone said goodbye. Sabi ko, present ko kay Joyrides, sabi ko, I have some lyrics dito. Maybe we could develop this into a song since it probably would help me cope with something that is very sad.
Na-overcome namin yung challenges as a band, well, as a person na rin at the same time. Kasi sa bandang tulad namin na ang daming miyembro, iba-iba ugali niyan. Kasi may kung ano-ano, may magulo, merong matino, merong hindi, merong pasaway, di ba? Nagkakagulo, nagkakaroon tampuhan, galit-galitan, ganyan, inis. Pero nung tumagal, na-overcome namin siya kasi parang ito kami. So, inintindi namin bawat isa. Kapag merong hindi, sabihin natin merong hindi nagkakantampuhan, meron kaming isang member na tagapag-ayos din. So, which is maganda.
Isa sa mga bagay na proud ako na na-achieve ng aming banda is yung unang-una yung set management natin na kasi simula 2016 hanggang ngayon to current wala kaming manager. Tapos lahat nung gig namin parang lahat kami parang kanya-kanyang friends lang, invite, ganon. Tapos kahit nakatugtog kami sa mga music festivals na walang backer.
Saka nakukuha na rin kami sa mga laking events na nakakasabi mo yung mga sikat na banda, mga idolo mo talaga. Nakakasabay mo sila. Dati pinapanood mo lang. Ngayon.
Isa pang factor is yung time and commitment. Doon pa lang kasi makikita mo na sa isang tao na okay siya kausap. Sa commitment, yun, pag gusto mo kasi gagawa mo ng paraan kahit gaano ka pa kapagod.
Yun, na-realize namin na pro na kami. Actually, hindi namin maramdaman. Kasi, hindi namin siya priority talaga. So, more of arts na, gawin natin yung art natin, ganyan. So, nung tumagal, Yun, may mga naka-appreciate. Tapos, kinukuha nila kami sa mga private events nila.
Kumbaga parang nag-enjoy lang kami sa ginagawa namin.
Enjoy lang.
Hilig lang.
Kumukuha ako or kami ng lakas. Ako sa family.
Ako sa paggawa ng music, sa paggawa ng art.
Siyempre, first is yung my kids, you know. Second yung, siyempre yung need mo, gusto mo lang na pagtubog-tug ka, you know, since you wanted to do that since you're a kid or something like that.
Kumukuha ako ng lakas sa pangarap ko eh. Kasi part ng pangarap ko, nandoon na yung lahat eh. Family, kaibigan.
At saka gusto namin, pag gumawa kami ng music, yung kantang kinakanta namin, kinakanta din ng mga tao. Mga nakikinig, mga listeners.
Why I do what I want to do is because, you know, I decided when I was a kid to play music.
Ako naman, kakambal ko na yung music eh. Ever since na napupunta ako sa mga downfall ko, parang music yung tumutulong sa akin maka-recover kung ano man yung mga pinagdadaanan namin.